Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
My name is Ginger McGuire. Most of you know me. For those of you that don't, I've been coming here for approximately 9 years. And this church helped to define me as a mother. Before I came here, just shortly before, I was not in a very good lifestyle. My past was not a very pretty one. I was involved in a lifestyle that was very unhealthy. And the one person that never stopped pursuing me, besides God, was my mother. She followed me all over the state of Texas, begging me to come home, to get out of the life that I was a part of. And I can honestly say that that is what took me away from that life and brought me to the one that I'm in now. When I was at my wit's end, when I was at the place where I finally hit the divide in the road and had to choose whether to stay on the path that I was on, which would have certainly led to death, or to follow a road that brought me to life. The deciding factor was my mother became horribly ill. She was actually laying on her deathbed. And all that went through my mind was the years that she had followed me, chased me, sought me out, and begged me to come home for something better. And my heart would not abandon her when she was in need of me. So I came home. And for 5.5 months, I took care of my mother while she was in ICU. And I just knew that I could never go back to what I had been. And I began to search for answers as to how to change myself, how to fix what was wrong. And one day when I was in her hospital room, it was just she and I. And she laid there pretty much unconscious. And I knew that my mother was going to die. It was not, I had very much come to terms with this. And in my wise pondering, I was very much at peace with this. I knew the suffering my mother was enduring. I knew that she had no quality of life left. And there was truly a peace that washed over me. And then this kind of little flickering of a questioning came through my mind. My mother had not been to church in a number of years, although she was a very devout Christian. And I really knew nothing of Christianity at that time. I knew there was God, but I did not understand him. And the question went through my mind, she hasn't been to church in a long time. Will God still accept her? God came face to face with me in that room. The presence of God was as thick and palpable in that room as any one of you in here with me today. And God faced me and asked me the question, what makes you think you have any right to question your mother coming home with me when you have lived a life where you have stolen food out of the mouths of children by robbing people, taking things that did not belong to you? And in that moment, I knew I was destined for hell. It had never been more clear to me what my life had become. And I was terrified. I had never faced fear like that in my life. And the same God that had just terrified me opened his arms to me in that room. And I ran into them. And I have never looked back. I was saved not long after that. I'm here to tell you, God can take any situation, no matter how horrible, and use it for good. My mother's death was the thing that brought me to Christ. And I know that she would have wanted that. As I continued to clean up my life and seek out God and do the right thing. With some of my mother's dying words, she told me, this is why I never gave up on you. There was healing in that time. I wish that I could have spent the days since that I have become the woman I am. But I know she is looking down on me, happy and at peace for what God did between us in that. A mother is a powerful thing. She has so much power when God is in the middle of it. I have since become a mother. I abandoned my children. There is no easy way to say that, but it is the truth. But God, being at the center of my life now, has healed and restored those relationships. Not only have I healed and restored the relationships with my children, I have adopted a daughter. And she is now a functioning, full-blooded member of society who is learning to deal with the problems that she encountered when she was young. I mentor youth. I work to educate other mothers on how to be better mothers. Life has turned around in so many ways, all due to the glory of God and what He instills in us as a parent. God may be our Father, but He is our parent, and He teaches us how to be mothers and fathers. And it is a wonderful journey. I am so proud to be a mother, and I give all of that glory to God, to the sacrifice that Christ made, and to the Spirit that lives inside of me and guides me every day. I was not a good person, but today, because of Christ, because of my mother, I am. And I'm not only a good person, I am a good mother. Praise God for that. Thank you so much.